All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Common Man Bets Podcast. With you, we got Zach, Lance, and John Reed. Probably going to be fairly short show today. Not really anything too much, but I mean, we could definitely go into a rabbit hole. Looking today to do some recap of the tournaments because there's been some crazy games going on. And then we'll kind of, as these tournaments are wrapping up, we'll kind of talk about how the rest of the tournaments are shaping up and maybe even go into some how March Madness is kind of looking as far as tournament teams and NIT maybe. And then we'll finish with the old classic segment, the old Twitter news. So without further ado, let's talk some conference tournaments, baby.
Yeah, so I think we're doing pretty well as a group here with our picks. I know my two picks are alive. Kentucky's alive. SEC. Davidson's rolling. Davidson's got iffy game today against St. Louis. One big on them against St. Louis earlier in the year at home. It was only the line was 2.5. Today the line's 3.5, but I got Davidson money line in a parlay with Princeton, who is currently playing, and they are winning. It's a commercial, so I don't have a score update on there.
Looks like it's 20-35 Princeton.
Yeah, Princeton is pretty good. Shout out Drew Freiberg, former AAU teammate of mine. But had Arkansas as well today. I think A&M upset. Who did A&M upset yesterday?
Auburn.
Yep.
So A&M has played probably just 2-3 games. So I think Arkansas, fresh legs, physical, going to beat them. So I got those three early, just a little heater parlay to start the day. We'll go from there. Otherwise, I got no picks unless I win that because I'm in jail. I'm in jail.
I mean, so you've been doing all these parlays and losing a single game on every single parlay. So we just gotta, I mean, if we bet all of those singly, you would be pretty well making some good cash. So I think we should do all of your parlays, assuming you're going to lose one.
Probably a good idea. It's tough, but got my two picks alive there. I feel good about that.
I think my Big Ten pick, Wisconsin, just a heartbreaker against Michigan State. Definitely could have called that. I should have called that, to be honest. But I thought that Michigan State was going to come out and definitely win the first half. But I didn't know that they were going to come out and just annihilate us in the second half as well. That was tough. But I will say my dark horse in Iowa is still alive, and they've got Indiana today. They're a 5.5-point favorite after absolutely murdering Rutgers last night.
Yeah,
I think Iowa's going to win the Big Ten. And I said that they were a dark horse from the beginning because they got an easy lay.
They scored a ton of points.
Yeah.
Scored a ton of points.
Iowa could make some big noise, especially if they get hot. But my Summit League pick did win in South Dakota State. Congratulations to South Dakota State and the big city of Brookings, South Dakota. That was good stuff against rival North Dakota State. So I was happy about that one. I don't even know where they're going to land. They're a pretty solid team. If they get anywhere, they could be a 12-5 upset. If they, I know we talk smack about Ohio State. I could see them beating an Ohio State. But,
Ohio State losing is just one of the greatest things that I always cherish.
So tough scene there with the Wisconsin pick. That is part of the reason why I'm currently in jail. Also Baylor. But shout out to the Penn State Nittany Lions. Okay.
They put up a game.
They came out, they played hard against Purdue last night. They gave Purdue a decent game. Penn State record was not great, but I would say that was a good season for them with all things considered. New coach, a lot of transfers. There's a little promise there.
They didn't lose at home, or they didn't lose a lot at home.
No, they
That's the promise. If you're a subpar team in your conference, but you never lose at home, I feel like that's a good.
They competed in a conference there where there's no really bad teams in that conference. If you're considering Penn State a bad team there, they competed with every single good team in that conference. I would say that was a good year for them. So shout out Micah Shrewsbury, first year coach. I think we're building something there. We're climbing.
Love to see it.
I think Penn State could become what Ohio State was maybe like, what was it, like maybe 5-10 years ago, where they were a perennial tournament team and every once in a while they'd make a decent run.
Yeah, it's all about building that consistency with recruiting and the culture. And I think Shrewsbury, I think he's heading in the right direction. But it's like any Penn State coach, though. Same thing with Pat Chambers. It was like, oh yeah, we're trying. But he did finally kind of reach that point to where we were a consistent, okay program there, kind of getting to that. We're going to make the tournament every year. But of course, COVID, and then of course, Rasir Bolton issue, and that kind of just all blew up. So it's like with Penn State basketball, it's one step forward, 3 steps back. That's been the theme for 25 years I've been on this earth. It's tough, but
yeah,
I'll never give up on them.
Never give up.
No,
that's one of those things for like WVU football. You want to give up when everyone's jumping ship, but you'll go down when that ship. You'll go down with the ship. You'll ride it until that thing dies.
That's right.
But going into my picks, I had Colorado State. I mean, the Mountain West has just been an electric. Final today, San Diego State versus Boise State. I said Boise State's going to, I think they were the number 1 seed rolling into the tournament. I said, can't count out the number 1 seed. They made it all the way, beat, good Wyoming team in the semis. And then I bet on Colorado State last night, knowing that I was going to lose every single game. So I might have cursed Colorado State. I might have been the one reason why they lost. I even screenshot the bet, put it on Twitter, and I was like, you know what, I'm riding the Rams. And then I went down with the Rams. But my other pick, Kansas, in the semifinal or in the finals today against Texas Tech. I like them. Sammy likes them. I think Kansas is just dominant. They're a dominant team, and I think if they keep it rolling, I think they have a chance to make it to the Final Four and win the damn thing. They're playing great basketball right now. It's unbelievable. I mean,
they'll get a 1 seed, right?
Yeah, I mean, if everything shapes up the way they're playing, if they handle Texas Tech, I mean, just think of they've absolutely whooped WVU, they whooped TCU yesterday, and then they come today and just absolutely beat the brakes off of Texas Tech. I mean, it's game over at that point. So,
yeah, I think Kansas. What are they, 2.5 right now?
I think so.
I think they're going to cover easily because it's in Kansas City, right?
Kansas City, Missouri.
So that's not too far away from Kansas.
Thing is with Kansas, like you got to shoot the ball well to beat them, and I just don't think. I think Texas Tech can match up with them, and not a lot of teams can match up with Kansas. They got big guards, athletic guards, and then like really impressive speed with some of their like smaller guards, quickness. But Texas Tech, I just don't think they shoot the ball well today. I like Texas Tech. I think they're a good team, but I think, and here's what I think is going to hurt Texas Tech in the tournament is them losing this game today. I think they get a 3 seed. I don't think that's good news for Texas Tech. I don't.
I think with Kansas, I don't think they make a lot of mistakes, and if they do make a mistake, they play enough defense to not have it really hurt them. So yeah. I think that when it's said and like all said and done, I think they're just the better team. I don't know if there's anybody else right now that can keep up with them. I might eat those words later this afternoon, but I think
they're real good
at the moment, and they're hot right now. They're playing really, really well. So I think that it's their game to lose, I think.
Here's my favorite thing about today is that I love the board. This whole board, I mean, if I had all the money in the world, I'd bet on every single game. I mean, there's so many games I love. I mean, hell, I look at it and I say, it's championship Saturday, and we got championship Sunday tomorrow.
Yeah.
Looking at it earlier, I saw Vermont was a 15.5-point favorite against UMBC, and I was like, oh, there's no way Vermont beats this team by over 15 points, and right now they're up 17.5. I mean, watch out for the Catamounts.
Cornell is down by 1. This is not good.
Not good. Live on the pod. But Catamounts, I'm waiting for them to make a run in the dance. I'm excited. I'd love to see Catamounts do it.
Only problem is that's one of those mid-major teams that like all year people are on. And it's like that never seems to work out. Like, I don't know what it is, but they're a good team. They're solid.
They're a good team. I like them.
Yeah.
So I was just doing this, but I realized, I think it was yesterday, that I am in the green finally for this month. I switched my whole plan. I'm only gambling on games that I really think are going to happen, and then I'm throwing a bunch of money on it, and it's working out. So I think that's the way I'm going to keep going until I start losing.
Yeah.
I'm still down on the year. I think like 50 or $60, but I am officially in the green for the month of March finally.
Proud of you.
So we gotta keep moving that.
I'm not seeing a lot of people in the green in March, myself included. I am in the deep, deep red, almost an orange type situation here.
Orange would be better than red, though, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
So you're in like
Scarlet.
The red.
Scarlet, maybe.
Yeah. Cardinal
good.
red.
Cardinal, scarlet. It's not good. Maroon. I don't know. It's tough, but hey, there's only one way. You get back. I saw a tweet from Mike Tyson this morning. He said,
"You got to do a Mike Tyson impression."
Yeah, you got to do it.
I broke my back. My back is broken. What, like a vertebrae or something? Spinal. Not very good, but
what was the tweet?
He said, so Mike Tyson said, I got beat up a lot before I was a champion. And I felt that this morning. I felt beat up. I feel like a loser. And then I saw that tweet and I thought, you know what? Every champion is in this position at some point, and this is my time. This is my time. March Madness coming up, like you said, Reed, championships Saturday and Sunday. The time is now.
Time is now. We win today.
Shout out John Cena.
Yeah. Time is now.
Selection Sunday.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yeah. I haven't really looked at the bracketology here recently, but
there's no need. Don't listen to the bracketology. Have a clean mind, have an open mind going into this.
Yeah. I think
let that bracket come out. Don't look at who's on the bubble and all this type of thing. We've been watching a lot of basketball. We know who's good. We know who can play.
You gotta stick to the blue bloods.
Yeah. Stick to the blue blood.
Never lose in baby blues, baby. Never lose in baby blues.
Kind of going back on Zach being up. I was up a lot. Still kind of positive. But 2 days ago, I'd gotten a 50% match bonus from FanDuel. So I put in 100, get $50. So I put the 100 in, got the $50, pulled the 100 out, took that 50 and was up, and then took the 50 free money and then was up $70. So like I went up over at like $100 on Thursday. So going into yesterday, I knew, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna lose every single game. Won the first game. After that, it was a downhill slide. I lost $50. Like I said earlier, posted on Twitter. But I saw Lance's tweet this morning. I said, you know what? We're gonna win today.
It's time.
The time is now.
Yeah.
Shout out John Cena.
Shout out.
Sorry, if you guys saw me on the video, I had just a massive sneeze attack there. I feel like I sound a lot stuffed up right now after that. But so okay, going into, looks like we got about 20 minutes or so. Okay, do you guys want to first of all talk about picks that you are liking today first, or do you want to go into maybe some interesting storylines we could see kind of going into the Selection Sunday?
Let's do picks.
Let's do picks?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do picks.
Who wants to start?
I'll start it off. So I like Yale today, first half. I've been riding the first halves. I kind of got away from it yesterday. but I got to get back to my roots. Yale first half -1 for -120. But here's where things get tricky. I love Tulane today, +13. They have riding the green wave. I'm on Tulane. They wear the baby blues and greens. I love it. Big upset the other day. Going against a good Houston team. I think they cover 13. I don't think Houston's good enough in tournament time to blow out this team. The old coach, Ed Cooley, or not Ed Cooley. Oh, what's his name? His dad. His dad coached at Georgia State, or he coached at Georgia State. And
Ron Hunter.
Ron. Yeah, that's who the coach is.
Yeah,
love the guy. Tournament style coach. Right, let's ride it.
Yeah,
I like Sammy's pick. Mama or Monmouth. Is that how you pronounce it? Monmouth. Haha. Money line +110. I like Boise State money line +115. I like Akron money line today +135. And my absolute lock of the day tonight, UAB -3, -110. Lock it up. This UAB team is just absolutely electric. I hope you guys saw a little bit of their game last night. They went into like triple overtime. It was unbelievable. Bob Huggins said it at the beginning of the year and said, this is going to be a team that's going to make some noise in the tournament. Yep. They win today. They claim their spot, and they're in. UAB, lock it up.
That's good. I like
mean, based on your electric delivery of that, I might even go in on that one. I have no idea anything about UAB, but I'm adding it. I might add that to the slip.
Dragons.
Just because.
Yeah.
Hey, John Reed, do you like dragons?
Yeah.
I can't finish that one. All right,
you guys ever read that book, Lines in the Sand?
No.
By Peter Dragon.
Oh yeah. Who's Peter Dragon?
I can't think of the word. He's an author, but I was trying to think of I can't. Never mind. Moving on. Moving on.
All right, Lance. What are your picks here?
I like Yale as well. I think Penn's not a great team, so I'm with you there. John Reed, Kentucky -2.5. I like that pick. Probably going to stick to a money line there and parlay it. I think maybe a little Kentucky and Dayton action, 3:30 slate, kind of like that little mix there. Maybe even throw Purdue in there for a 3-team.
Are you going Purdue money line or with the points?
I'm sticking money line there. These conference tournaments, man, it's tough. It sucks because you're not getting the value. So I've been struggling with these money line parlays, but I'm sticking to my guns. I might throw a little 3:30 little triple threat play there. Kentucky, Dayton, Purdue. Probably stupid because they're all favorites, but anyway, something to think about. Listen, our guy Sammy, probably the luckiest human being in the world. A little short story for you. Sammy lost his phone in a river
2 years ago.
2 years ago, and gets a phone call yesterday. Guy finds his phone, plugged it in, and got all this information, and calls Sammy and is like, "Hey, I got your phone." One of the craziest stories I've ever heard. Still kind of don't believe it. So hit Sammy up this morning. I'm like, "What do you got today? Whatever you take, I'm taking." He's on Monmouth as well. So I'm going to stay away from Monmouth, but still something to think about. Kansas -2.5. He's on that. I'll take that. And then he also likes Villanova to cover against Creighton, which that goes against my better judgment. I think Creighton money line has some value there, but
I was going to say that one. I was looking at that game, and I think it's 7 right now.
It's 7. That's
a lot because
that's a ton of points. That's a
Creighton
ton of points.
has been so up and down. Like
Creighton is so up and down. I've done well Creighton money line picks this year just because they're usually like 2.5, 3-point dog there, and you can get a little value and hit that. But UAB loses tonight. Here first. Louisiana Tech Kenneth Lofton, absolute beast in the paint. I think that's a low-scoring game. I think Louisiana Tech beats them up a little bit inside, and I think they cover 3. So I would stay away from the money line there. Just say cover 3 against UAB because I think that's going to be a tight game. I think Louisiana Tech comes to play today.
So you're fading Sammy on that, or you're
fading Sammy on that one.
Is that Sammy or was that?
No, that was John. That was John Reed.
You're fading John Reed on that one.
Yeah, I'm fading you on that one, John Reed.
Which one you fading me on?
UAB.
You don't think UAB does it?
No, I think. Here's a question for you: does UAB get it in the tournament if they lose that game?
Here's the thing: I don't think they do.
That up in the air.
Because think about this: like that Middle Tennessee State team they played in the semis. Yeah. Both of those teams should get in, but they're not because somehow a Michigan team that's 16 and
Michigan should not get in.
Like 16 and 13 are going to get in,
especially after getting bounced by Indiana first round.
I agree wholeheartedly there, Zach. I think I said on the last podcast or maybe the one before that, I'm sick of teams like Michigan getting in the tournament. Put a team like UAB in there. Like, I'm sick of that.
But I mean, the other thing is Michigan's probably going to lose first round because their program right now is in the toilet.
Right.
So you think about it, it could make for some exciting basketball.
Duke and Virginia Tech, that line should be 8.5. My metric, it's 6. Duke has been playing awful, but has somehow still made it to this point just out of pure talent. In Paulo Banchero, I mentioned him before. He's one of the best players in the country. Matchup nightmare. Nobody can match up with him. I watched Duke absolutely put it on Virginia Tech earlier this year. Add Duke -6 to your card. That's your lock of the day. Dukies, ACC champions, redeeming the loss against Carolina there. Tough scene, Coach K. I think Duke comes out, wins by 7 or 8. Could be maybe 10, something like that. I think they cover 6 easy. Just don't same game parlay that and pick Duke to win the first half because they are terrible in the first half. But yeah, I think we'll stick there. Got UCLA, Arizona at 9. I think stay away from that game. I know Sammy will probably be all over Arizona, but we'll see. Good board, like John Reed said. Great board today. This is quality.
Yeah, I think so. What I got is I'm kind of going to go with you guys with Kentucky -2.5, Kansas -2.5. I think my lock is going to be Kansas 2.5. I think they're just one of the best teams in the country, and I think they don't make a lot of mistakes. And even when they make mistakes, they're good enough to get over it, especially against good teams. So I think it'll be probably 5 to 10 point game. I don't think it's going to be anywhere close to that. I think
neutral venue, cream rises to the top here towards the end. Things just get.
And Texas Tech has been pretty bad on the road.
Yeah.
Other than the tournament. I mean, they're in the championship, but they've definitely struggled on the road compared to at home. So I think Kansas is gonna be my lock today. I'm gonna go with Iowa -5.5. I think John Reed, you said that one as well, right?
For what?
For Iowa -5.5.
That was not. I think that was Lance.
That was Lance. All right. Yeah. Well, I'm going Iowa -5.5. I'm riding my dark horse to the championship, and then I am gonna fade. Or I guess I'm not gonna fade. I'm gonna take Michigan State with the points on +6.5. I think they're a tough team in the Big Ten tournament. I think the Michigan State-Wisconsin game is one of those that you see in the championship almost, I don't know, probably every other year. So I think no matter how good or bad they are, they're always find themselves in games late in the season. So I'm going to take them with the points. And depending on how the afternoon goes, I think I'm gonna look into Arizona -1.5, and then I'm still debating on the UAB play. But we'll see. Those are kind of if I'm winning money, if I'm feeling cashy, I might throw some.
What do you guys think about Boise State money line against San Diego State?
I like Boise State money line. That was one of my picks. Is that I like Boise State today.
Also, that over under is at 118.
A lot of people saying take the under.
That is not a lot of points. That's weird.
What game was it that scored like 80 points yesterday? It was like 46 to 32
yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah, it was Louisiana Tech and North Texas, and it was like 2 days ago.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
So look at this. So a little bracketology here, real quick. It was updated last night at 2:25 a.m. The last four byes are Iowa State, Rutgers, Notre Dame, and Indiana. The last four teams in are Wyoming, Michigan, SMU, and Xavier. The first four out are VT, Oklahoma, Wake Forest, Dayton, and then the next four out are Texas A&M, BYU, St. Louis, and VCU. Looking at the bracket right now, UAB is the only way they're getting in is if they win today. That's the only way. That's the only team they're going to get. Looking at it right now, Michigan is going to be a playing game against Xavier at a 12 seed. And then the teams that are coming to Pittsburgh, if things shape out how they do and that started today, it'd be Boise State, Notre Dame, Tennessee, Colgate. And then you had Alabama, Rutgers, Villanova, and Longwood. And then here in Buffalo, you would have UConn, the winner of Wyoming and SMU, Illinois, Princeton, and then lastly, Iowa, UAB, Providence, and Vermont if it ended today. So, bracketology.
I mean, I guess we'll be coming out with a pod probably on Monday, right?
Yeah, breaking.
We'll break all that stuff down when that comes out. But this could be a really interesting year. I'm excited. I am very excited.
Absolutely.
So we only got a few more minutes here left, so let's get into everyone's favorite segment, the John Latt Twitter news.
All right, I don't have a whole lot today. Not a whole lot going on. A little bit over the past couple of days, but I want to leave some time because I want to chat with my guy Lance here. I have some questions for him about his Players Championship rolling in. It's going to be rolling into Monday and Tuesday. But let's start it off with NFL has some wild stories out. Russ has got traded to the Broncos. Khalil Mack's going to the Chargers. Deshaun Watson was set free and not found. They said like the judge dropped all the charges, saying there was not enough evidence to move forward with the case. His trade market goes absolutely up. But the one thing is with his salary, it's absolutely ridiculous. It's almost $30 million per year for like the next 4 years. So that's a lot of chunk of money that you're going to giving up. But a lot of people are saying that the Steelers are about to give up like 3 first-round draft picks to get Deshaun Watson, which would be huge. MLB is officially back. Am I officially back on the MLB? Not really, because of all the dumb rule changes, but the money is going to be rolling over these next couple of days. Players are about to sign some hot $100 million worth of deals. Can't wait for it. March Madness heating up. Big teams losing early in the brackets. I love it. Don't forget to sign up. We'll put the link in the description for sign up for our bracket. We're going to be posting it all over our social medias. Trying to get people in $5. If you know, you know. Next, Marcus Mariota is trending. I forgot he still even played in the NFL, but apparently he's still there. Also, Colin Kaepernick posting videos on Twitter saying, you know what, he's staying ready. Will he ever be ready? No, because his time's over. His time is not now. That was like 6 years ago, pal.
Shout out, not John Cena.
Shout out, not John Cena. No future shout-outs. But Players Championship, what the hell is going on? The weather is just absolutely going crazy, but we'll break into that later. We'll let Lance collect his thoughts there. But before we start the pod, Cameron, West Virginia girls Singway basketball state championship. Down 1, hit a free throw, cashed it, tied the game, stole the inbounds, shot a 3, buzzer beater, cash it. Cameron WV, shout out Cameron WV, electric video. I'll tweet it out. Unbelievable. One of the most electric things I've ever seen out of girls basketball. But holy snow, West Virginia got hit with snow. Can't believe it. I mean, we're hearing almost record-breaking like 8 inches in like less than like 12 hours. It's unbelievable. Next, WWE 2K22. Fans love the video game. They say
Shout out John Cena.
Shout out John Cena. Absolutely electric. Next, Russia's close into taking the capital of Ukraine. Not very lit at all. Toxic runoff in LA. Environmental disaster. LA, not lit. ESPN just buzzed me in a little bit ago and said, sign up for gambling alerts. Am I an addict? Possibly. Two last things. WVU will say yes to the NIT, but will say no to the CBI. Now we just wait to see if the NIT will accept us. Those games, NIT tournament, possibly us. And lastly, the Common Man will be going live, Oculus casting to play some Golf Plus. You can see the man in action. Shout out to Common Man. And that is your Twitter news.
Speaking of ESPN, I got one Paris piece of news, and it's that Joe Buck apparently is leaving Fox for ESPN.
Oh, and here's another one. Troy Aikman is going to go with him to ESPN. They're both going to do Monday Night Football.
Oh,
and Kirk Herbstreit is going to be on Thursdays calling Amazon Thursday night games, but still be doing college football on Saturday.
That's crazy. I think, okay, so love him or hate him, Joe Buck, most iconic voice in sports, I think.
Yeah, I think
I would say, because he does football, baseball, like the most important times in football and baseball. I feel like that's pretty much it.
So who's going to call the World Series on Fox now?
Oh, yeah, I guess maybe he's going to be less iconic.
Gus Johnson. Put Gus Johnson on there.
David Ortiz and Gus Johnson.
Yeah. Lance's
All right,
favorite.
Lance, what do you got for us on the player change?
All right, fellas. It's just absolute carnage.
Round one's not even over.
It's
Saturday.
It's Saturday. Gonna get some golf in the early in the week there. I was looking at the weather forecast. Like it's carnage down there right now. Unfortunate. So I'm gonna be honest. I cashed out every golf bet I had as soon as that kind of started because that's a crapshoot. It's not about it. It depends on who's playing when, and it's a lot of moving parts there. But I'll tell you what I did do. Put a little something on Tommy Fleetwood today. Tommy Fleetwood is 6 under. But I'm not, and he's leading. Technically, he's leading right now, but that's not why I picked him. I picked him because he's going to be in the mix. He's a European player. He knows how to play in bad conditions. So if you're interested there, Tommy Fleetwood. Kind of disappointed I cashed out my Daniel Berger because he's kind of still in the mix there. Cantlay, non-existent. Xander, also non-existent there. So kind of glad I cashed those. So yeah, I say Tommy Fleetwood right now would be the play. And I think Morikawa, you have Morikawa was your pick there, Reed, right?
Yeah, I liked Morikawa, I like Rory, and I liked Patrick Cantlay right now. Both Morikawa and Rory are both even through 15 and 16. Yeah. And I don't know where, and they're still in round one.
I mentioned this to somebody. I said, I think it would be hilarious. Now, this is safety precaution, obviously, with the lightning and that type of thing. But I think they should just make the PGA Tour players play in bad conditions. That would be hilarious. I think that would be the funniest thing ever.
So in this last minute, I saw on Twitter, apparently one group hit all 3 shots into the water. Absolutely just tanked them into the, they say the winds are awful. They have one guy right now. He's not supposed to tee off till 7:01 p.m. That's his tee off time for the second round.
That's unbelievable.
So he just has to sit there all day.
All right, before we get cut off here, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on Monday. We'll talk about all the fun March Madness stuff. But until then, happy gambling and enjoy the conference tournaments and a little golf.
Shout out to all the guys getting vasectomies for March Madness. Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out. Shout out John Cena.
Shout out John Cena. Run the damn ball.